Mark Zaniels, since you are off duty from the RDK TSR main HQ, I have a present to give to you, for the Retray Christmas 25, even though you refused invitation to the dinner at the Swift Retrex Clocks Tower in Dodge City.
Yes, Mark Zion, Mark YZ Cryptor from RDKnian, because I Mark Zaniels have other plans as I am awaiting my friend and next door neighbor Corey Zanders to arrive as he have the Christmas present for me and Zion Zaniels. This is Farah refused the invitation, have Swift or one of the Retrex Swift crew send the gifts to the Zaniels, at 444 Elitotronics Street, Elite City, Federal District, Synergy Kingdom of Elitopia, to the east of RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ and west of Zen Pizza, near Elito Square. Ring doorbell upon arrival. If Catherine Zaniels, or Zion Zaniels, or my and their mom and dad or my cousins visiting and their sons, my niece Rex and Daniel Zaniels visit, ask them to get a hold of me, Raptor, Mark Zaniels, excuse me, Farah, Corey Zanders is at the door.
Okay, I will ask Trexer, via messaging, to tell his relative to head to Dodge City to get the gift for you and Zipster also Farah, and then head back to Elite City, to be Daniel Zillistar. He got a new car for Christmas for an early Christmas present by Zen Z Cryptor. Look for the 2026 Flex Hypano Vista.
I do note, being with the dash similar to the BMW Panoramic Vision and Mercedes Hyperscreen. Is it electric, BEV?
It's similar to Subject as it comes in BEV and more as it also comes in other electrified trims as Daniel Zillistar to be in his 2026 Flex Hypano Vista PHEV, plug-in hybrid, to be silver.
Noted, and hello Corey Zanders. Hello Mark Zaniels, what Rikai in video call mention on is it's actually named the Vista, the 2026, EY1026 Flex Vista, PHEV, Hybrid, E-Assist, BEV, and Fuel Cell. I have talked to Daniel Zillistar this morning, he said the car have a 1.8-liter turbo inline 4, and electric motors. Similar to Stefan Illidistan's 2026 Weber Side, PHEV. However for the Christmas gift, it's in my car. You got a new car as well? 2026, Flex Vista or Weber Side? No. Mark Zaniels, it's in my CRZ Mobile, 2026 Flex Connex RS, PHEV CRZ Mobile in the hatch. Corey Zanders, how big? Does the rear seats of your hatch need to be folded down? Yes, Raptor, but it fits in my CRZ Mobile with rear seats folded down.
I Catherine Zaniels must note, on the size for the Christmas present for Mark Zaniels. Corey Zanders, one of the relatives, to be Zion, Smith Z and Robert to assist in bringing in the present to the Zaniels, as I to hold the door open as Daniel Zaniels to escort Coco, Whiskers and Rover to another room to avoid going out the front door as with his dad, cousin Smith Z Zaniels.
Okay, Miss Zaniels is my bro Jared Zanders is outside at the Zanders waiting for me.
Daniel Zillistar, upon arrival to Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia, go head to Elito Square and note the address, 444 Elitotronics Street. Being Mark Z Cryptor's residence however he is off duty as you should ring doorbell first then open the hatch via key fob and bring the present at front door. Watch for the cats and a dog, they go frenzy on the presents from visitors.
I Daniel Zillistar wonder, why is he no-show in the Retray Christmas 25? Did he refuse invitation? And 444 Elitotronics Street East, or West?
444 Elitotronics Street West, Court Elito Square and RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ. Raptor refused the invitation because he have other plans. He is spending Christmas with his family at the Zaniels.
Noted, as I go load my 2026 Flex Vista PHEV in the rear hatch with the present for Mark Zaniels. Good thing the battery is topped off as I just refueled prior to departure, as upon obtaining, was low on gas and half charge. Daniel Zaniels, thank you. This to go for my bed, as you gave me new bedding. Mark Zaniels, this is you to get a much more comfortable sleep tonight. I am Mark X Cryptor. Mark Z Cryptor, Mark Zaniels, Raptor, please head to RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ immediately. You are not being called in to work. Trexer, and Zen Z Cryptor plus some of your colleagues on duty have Christmas presents for you. They are waiting for you at the lobby. Some of the presents go with the new bedding sheets for your bedroom at the residence, then I to send the Christmas gift to you from the squad in diapers, our 3 Trex kids later on. Okay, Evie. By the way, also from me, Mark X Cryptor, Mark Zarkshaw, Evie personally to you.
Alert, 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 alert. We better move the Retray Christmas 25 to RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia due to the esports match just announced. Viteo is challenged Team Retrex in esports. The match to be held at Neo Arena, to begin at 1900 hours. Best of 3, Counter Blitz Striker 2. Trexer, Zen Z Cryptor and Rio S Cryptor visiting since 1730, and their colleagues has been alerted of this, however does not yield code are at the RDKTSR main HQ but Trex Siren.
Yes, Rio Z Cryptor, Rio Zion, Swift as I Mark Y Z Cryptor, Mark Zion, Rexy note, this does not yield Reveille alarm to go off, but the Trex alarm with Trex Siren is the Trex Fields, Trexies, Slackers, and the rest needs to be informed of the development. This is for the crew. You go bring the presents into your vehicles, as you go follow the Swift Mobile as the food that is cooked, to be brought along as well as due to the match, the Retray Christmas 25 to be scaled down to us and some of the Swift Retrex crew. And to be joined with the Xylostars and their RDKTSR colleagues in Elite City.
Trexer, what with the siren? Is it roll call alarm? No. It's Trex Siren. Trex alarm gets imposed due to esports match just announced at 1748. You do not need to report to work. It's just the Trex friends, Trexies and such to head to RDKTSR HQ or Alito Plaza Center. What is the match? VITAOilitis.pro versus those who win the esports match in Doge City at DDA. It to occur at 1900 hours, best of 3, Dozagi of on Itgens 2, you go return back to the Zaniels. Okay, Trexer, this is Mark Zaniels do apologize for DISD Rubing Yad as it was important and urgent. I Daniel Zylistar do note, the idols of Trex NYE25 last year when they were at used to be Trex City, Trexland, now is Elite City's Trex District, met with the Cyber Galaxy crew in which they become idols of this year's Elito NYE and along with a mascot for the New Year's Eve event. I do note mascots for sporting teams, some for esports teams that I am unheard of but for the New Year's Eve event. This as I learned, mascot for Elito NYE being Rebel Kitty, in which initially as Uni Kitty. Who being fellow who was a former Optic Elito player who quit and retire over his brother Karma for sex by topless female on Triple Deck Stupidity on 14th at 6:33 PM and 50 seconds on Triple Deck in dozenal seconds to esports Elito phase and VITAYOilitis.pro in the Z Fuels EGR Starlight Siege. Ending in VATP win. This is OTE gets disqualified then gets Karma by Zaylin as the former player Jeremy Rinkzulian, nicknamed Trixie. Who works at Zenergy who gets involved for Elito NYE as he shares selfie in Rebel Kitty costume to social media and which gets trending this week even with the idols Elito NYE 25 and selfies. He takes photos of selfies everywhere in Elite City but also at RDK TSR HQ as he inadvertently took pics selfie with the R3 Trex Kids squad in diapers in which was shown without edit, in original until my bro Trexer. Who told Jeremy R to delete after obtaining the pics as he edit the pics with the Trex seal over the faces, then sends edited image to Jeremy to upload. This to protect the identity of the squad in diapers, R3 Trex Kids to avoid the blitz against them in which one went to RDK TSR HQ with sledgehammer in which he said they to kill the R3 Trex Kids after making threatening posts on Jeremy's feed in which Jeremy notes and takes action, confronts the fellow and swipes the sledgehammer also blasts the air horn just outside the Xanders in which gets attention to Corey Zandiers and his dog Lucky as Lucky snarls it. The fool being diapered furry hater as Corey Zanders noted it, goes outside and wrestled the fellow named Mike down, while Mike being Mike Velostar, gets tasered by Mark Zaniels before wrestled down by Corey Zanders. As Mark detained Mike as Catherine Zaniels and Jared Zanders called Elite City Police after reviewing security camera and video doorbell footage this after opening the garage door of the garage of the Zanders and steal the sledgehammer despite alarm as Mark Zaniels tasers Mike Velostar on the spot, when hearing alarm at the Zanders. However Jeremy took selfie with Elito Wizard and Queen Omega in which prior to upload, Elito Wizard told Jeremy to have explicit permission prior hand as he apologized and delete the image from phone.
Marcus, Justin, Gavin learned from Nolan. He is thinking to do action to him. This as he doesn't want to do it when driving the Acura RSX. A note was left on window when I checked on him. He said to F off, as I glanced at calendar of January 2026 at the wall. He circled the week where he would do action, around mid-January 2026.
Whoa, Justin note, would it involve fire? Would he set his apartment unit on fire? This would set off fire alarm and fire sprinklers and other fire suppression system devices, as that would yield evacuation of the apartment complex, or to drink something that is poison or run a gas generator indoors, in which would set off CO alarm and alarms going off at the complex that would yield evacuation.
Marcus wonder if he'd shoot a firearm at himself or other means of suicide, including jumping off Alpha River, or Trex River, or use bomb to explode, causing death to him and destruction of or damage to property to the apartment. Maybe injury to others, even setting off a fire resulting in alarm and evacuation, as Justin said?
The method is undetermined. However, he did not celebrate Christmas as he won't be celebrating New Year's of 2026, including the event in Elite City, and locally in Savage City or Axedal, but he may watch some of the coverage on computer, phone, TV, or radio.
Speaking of New Year's, I note the Aledo NYE schedule for Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia, as Marcus note. 10 o'clock in the morning on December 31st, 2025, the city's Japantown district to ring in the new year of 2026, in which in Nipponland, to ring in Reiwa 8, Reiwa era began in 2019, concluding Heisei era from Heisei 31 to Reiwa 1. Local fireworks celebrations in Koreatown district as well. 12 o'clock noon, Little Thai district to usher in 2568 BE, also fireworks for 2026 in Hiwexitex district, as Hiwexitex Union celebrates 2026, but the regional new year for 1005 HXE to be on February 16, 2026. 1 o'clock in afternoon, Kiplayan New Year of year 401 in the Kiplayan calendar.
Do you mean, a.kln, 2 Grove 9 Doza 5, 295? Kiplayan Kingdom in KBE 227 in the Muni world, Star versus the forces of evil in KanborZeven version, uses mostly duodecimal, hence the Kiplayan dozenal calendar in use, in conjunction to solar counterpart. By the way, I am Mark Z Cryptor, Mark Zaniels, Raptor from RDK 3000 TriStar. I heard on the fireworks schedule for Alito NYE on Wednesday, December 31st, 2025 and Biatas, Mu 30th, EY 1025, ED 364 U3 are discussing. This is iRaptor must also note, 1400 hours being midnight KBTS, in KanborZeven City, it to be the new Kanbor year Kb.P 21 also start of star IE on month as the Type 4 Kanbor calendar system to be used as secondary alternate as alternates to be Rosalion in Type 3 and Wenda on Type 4. Being eve of the new Mesa of the KanborZeven dozenal calendar of 1/10 or 13th Mesa of KB.SDY Grove 2 dozen deck, or 178 in Semana 4 dozen 1 or 49, to be the new trimester of third trimester of the dozen year and also new Spinel solar year just 24 hours after new Kanbor year.
I knew it. Dozen is 12 and Grove is 12 dozen, 144. This as Justin note for you Marcus, your car, the Nissan GTR behind the seat featured the 12 bottles of 12 kilos of nitrous, that is 1 Groven, 144 kilograms plus 12 bottles of 12 kilos of nose, 144 kilograms in the trunk.
Oh my god. This might yield over 1000 to at least 1 mo, 12 to power of 3, 12 dozen PS, as iRaptor do note the GTR, also have beefy turbo setup as I learned from friend Corey Z Cryptor, Corey Zanders, Farah when checking said car while on break. Anyhow toward 1800 hours on New Year's Eve, fireworks to occur for the new Muni year of a.MWN 853 then the Master 1 at 1900 hours on New Year's Eve, Wednesday December 31st, 2025 and Treyre dies Alpha 1st, EY 1026, ED 000, at 00.0 EMT. To be Rebel Kit 0000 TRX for the new elite year of EY 1026, also the Trony year of TDE 2003, across the Tronic Diamond Union on via Trocant 100,109 6 Day Alpha First, TDE 2003, 2003-000 TDRT, 1,001,096 MTS, TDCX. Then the Midnight Fireworks Show for 2026 in Elite City, also Savage City in Axedal.
Whoa, what Mark Zaniels say on event at 7 o'clock p.m. on December 31st, 2025 for EY 1026. I Gavin note Savage City in Axedal to be celebrating it as well. Also for the Universal New Year of 2026 as it also to be Midnight Universal Time, 00Z on January 1st, 2026 on a Thursday.
Yes, but for the new Canberra year, Muni and Kiplian year, regarding fireworks show, that is banned is per city level in Savage City and Axedal as per bylaw, but for the Japanese New Year and Thai counterpart, for 2026, that is only allowed in the Little Thai and Japantown plus Koreatown districts of Savage City and Axedal, plus the Chinatown districts for civil year of 2026 at 11 o'clock a.m. on December 31st, 2026, where Zhongland also to be celebrating it. Also the Lunar New Year for the Year of the Horse on February 17, 2026, day after Huexatek's New Year of 1005 HXE.
Noted as I Gavin learn. This as I went to new Chinese restaurant at the EPC for lunch. At the catering area next to the boutiques area above Elito Costa. Sexagenary year 43 of 60, of stem 3 branched 7. Yishi, fire horse of cycle 79, year 4723 and on the Lunar New Year. Sexagenary day 59 of 60. Stem 9 branch 11. Water Dog, Red 11 of cycle 28,744 as today is 7th day of 11th month of as I call it, Lambda 7th, of Tree Snake, 2025, EY 1025, cycle 79, year 42 of 60. Stem 2 branched 6, major minor solar term, 11 sash, 11, year 4722, sexagenary day 6 of 60, stem 6 branched 6. Terra Snake as I looked at the Zhong calendar on the wall alongside the other calendar. Now where did Mark Zaniels go?
I am his collegial Corey Z. Cryptor, Corey Zanders, Farah. He needs to head to RDK TSRHQ via entrance B as I to be arriving back via entrance C. Of Elito NYE, also co-sponsor of the New Year's race. This is the said car also to be as pace car and safety car for the New Year's race in Altronic City and Elite City. This is my car, 2026, EY 1026 TRD Arrayed Rebel Cross PHEV to be the Rebel Mobile for the Elito NYE event. Look for the vehicle around Elite City and nearby Savage City in Axedal plus Divitopolis, and look for the social feed at Rebel Kitty 26.
Regarding the car the fellow said on the TV, person in mascot costume, for the New Year event, I Marcus note on the car, no wonder his car is a PHEV, plug-in hybrid car using battery at first then gas if needed. But have decent turbos and supercharger on the engine, also powered using ample electric motors, possibly the same horsepower and torque as my Nissan GT-R, as his car is parked next to my GT-R, well without the nitrous, but why go electrification over nitrous? Is there an electric supercharger in the said car?
Electrically assisted supercharger, as the engine also cranks the supercharger, as there are also electrically assisted turbos to cut on turbo lag, as I just note on said car. Excuse me, just noted the TV, obscene stunt, at eSports Arena during LAN party, over at EDA, as we must stay away from the area for the time being.
I do note, subject occurring at 2:26 p.m. in 10 seconds, if I know dozenal, deck grove, deck dozen deck, 1,570 seconds into the current hour, and the Canberra day of 27th Sprig and Can year 20, being December 27, 2025 being AAA and duodecimal in TD Elito, Rio is 3 sets of turn 2s, alternate triple T or triple X.
This on the magic second as you said, Marcus, triple X and dozenal chrono into the hour, refers to XXX being things not for kids.
Deck vinyls on the Canberra dozenal clock that disrupted production promoting Happy Boob Year, in which is prohibited act to promote obscene event to ring in New Year 2026, EY 1026. This when topless females expose breasts onto TV cam for VWGT but occurred off-air, some to crew, in which one VWGT producer looked at breasts and said Code TE stunt and encouraged colleague at Master Control AV to put on news banner for Code XT stunt. This while the TVs and monitors at EDA showcased breasts and porn in Code VT stunt occurring since 1426R antennas producer who said Code TE stunt then massaged and licked the female breasts. The subject occurred since 0 deck and deck DOS deck binals on Canborian Spinelian duodecimal/dozenal clock, in TD Alito, 0, 0A, AA, Canber Modern is 0, 0Z, double Z, in KB Legacy is 0, 0X. Double X is the last 3 digits of the 3 X's in which being XXX in reference to an SFW 18 plus acts in Blitz to Canbordian Spinelian duodecimal timekeeping in codes T, TE, VT, and XT stupidity over obscene stunts at magic seconds since 1426 hours, 2:26 PM RDK ELC, and 10 seconds. 80.9 EMT and 83 Kino Choice, 1943 TRX and 61 Decions on Friday, December 26, 2025 and Trayer Dies Mu 25th, EY 1025, ED 359. As a result, VWGT Hosts has been reassigned to cover for Alito GRNet programming, and RDK TV Silumcast on Vero and Arrow to continue to 5 o'clock news, as RDK TSRT Silumcast gets extended by 2 hours.
I also note, topless female at other end with a male going into the handicap washroom. Both exit the esports arena as I heard Corey Zanders shouting. 2 ladies who done stunt detained and 3rd yet to be dealt with and monitors blanked as per remark by person who being technical crew of EDA.
Correct. This as porn on the monitors is illegal stunt as mediums has been reverted.
Yes, as the person who done it, as I see the fellow being escorted out, he gets karma as the usher yelled to him, the fellow responsible to be given strike and to be temporary banned for 2 weeks as he to miss out on New Year's event for illegal stunt, as that is not allowed. This just for attention.
Yes, as that stunt even disrupts VWGT episode, as the show needs to conclude but no wonder Vero and Arrow to continue the RDK 3000 TriStar today's Silumcast to the 500 news?
Yes. This is VWGT Hosts get reassigned as the producer said the obscene remark when looking at the breasts even on the monitors and messaged via device to put it on news banner by the colleague on Vero and Aero is the T word for breasts, otherwise as bird, gets filtered by auto censor system. And replaced with placeholder. By the way, I am Kong, Robert TB Crypta, Robert Trex Blitz from RDK 3000 TriStar. The fool even massaged and licked her breasts as she took the male out to the lobby and went into the handicap washroom. Unsure if the door closed is locked or not. This as I had to get the device with microphone and pointed toward the door and started recording. The lady said that the duos to go blitz nude toward next triple deck on Kambor Spinel Dozy Clock toward Kalichi, Crown 0, Dozinal, Monaro 1 DOS deck or 22, Binal per second DOS deck or 130 being 054 kbts and 1454, 2:54 PM Elite City time and 58 seconds, 2 seconds toward 5 to 3, 2:55 in the afternoon.
2:55 PM? Given the time now, 2:30, not even half hour, 25 minutes? This unless stopped by the venue security, perhaps the cops. They must be alerted of this already. Hope the management gets aware of this and either dispatch the security and or ring in the cops.
Yes, this is it needed attention to the cops, the police. This as it's not only bannable offense at Alito Plaza Center, it's also against the law, for indecency exposure in public, the duos to be permanently banned indefinitely also to be dealt with the cops, the officers from Elite City Police, the fools to be arrested and spent time in jail.
Correct Justin as I Gavin also note, doing sex in a public place even at the washroom, is stupid. I note the TV, the producer gets fired and the colleague who put that on a news banner gets suspended from work for stupidity just for attention.
Yes, Gavin is he to be suspended for 5 business days, a week. The EDA is now safe as the 2 females gets escorted out by the security as the folks to be barred indefinitely also to be dealt with Elite City Police. This is for you Justin said, they to be arrested and to serve time in jail if convicted as per Elitopian Court of Law, and TDU law as well. They to end up in court in Elite City at the courthouse, to face a judge in early January after New Year's at the city's inner southeast district, adjacent to Demon Island and Alpha River. By the way, beside the courthouse is the giant Christmas tree in which gets illuminated on Christmas evening, and on the river is some barges with fireworks launchers to be set up for the New Year's event, even Demon Island to set off the fireworks for the first time since several centuries.
Yes, Robert Trexblitz, Robert T.B. Kirpter from RDK 3000 TriStar. This is Marcus note. As I learned by the manager of Alito Plaza Center Richard Jinction and Jared Raystar, they say, the fireworks over there to be epic once we usher in 2026. And EY 1026 is the venue also to have a blast, as Jared say. To get into the game and esports in the subject we have not followed mostly, as we must note, semis tomorrow at 2:12, third place on 28th and grand final on 29th.
However, the sim racing event, the Blitz EREV ERV Tour playoffs, the finals is on the 30th, as the playoffs continue tonight at 7 o'clock.
Yes, as the sim racing match to be held at Alito Plaza Center tomorrow, while the two esports teams Elite City Rebellion and Neotron compete in Alptronic City. Tronica, we can't even bring our cars there as only electrics and PHEV only allowed. This while VATP and CloudX compete at Neo Arena and Watch Party at Alito Sphere.
Correct, but the watch party at Alito Sphere to be concerning Elite City Rebellion and Neotron, then Blitz Reverend Sim Racing. However, Robert TB Crypto must get going, as I must give an update to the folks at the handicap washroom. I do note, the door is just opened. Mark X Crypto, Mark Zickshaw, Evie, has the security or the police dealt with the duos?
In fact, Mark B. Crypter and my bro Max X Crypter has dealt with the two folks as they get detained, as they stop the duos as they gets escorted out by Kirby and Ivo, with Alito Plaza Center security force as they are helpers. However, the area won't be assigned designated for Operation Bumblebee for our 3 Trex kids for the next couple hours, as the area to be cleaned and disinfected in the next hour, as there's some devices left there playing porn video in which will definitely offend squad in diapers, our 3 Trex kids. In which the devices was left by the lady. Chris Aero Elita of Avero, due to timing as RDK TSRT Blitz to Air 14H00M, as BWGT came back from ad break at 13 hours 56 minutes. VWGT Simulcast to pause for RDK-TSRT on RDK TV as the distributors KBGRESPX and Trony Explosive Vision has concluded the VWGT Simulcast to devote esports during VWGT ad break at 13 hours 54 minutes. Alright, Richard RS Cryptor of RDK TVSP. How about the third distributor, R8664 Vision? They have switched source from RDK TV to Vero. I do note, Richard R. I heard something, some countdown audio from the
Chris A., this is field producer Daniel SZ at EDA, report of countdown audio at EDA, also heard from those at Neo Arena and Elitosphere.
TrollX determining timing, climax 1400 hours, and 0 and noting RDK TVSP clock.
Heard from Andrew, Blitz at 13.
This is Jinx Media. You sure for Team 5070? Whoa, Jinx safety system is active. KB.P switch to Jinx
1357 1357 and 0, R8664 Vision cut to slot. This is Raymond Blake. VWGT episode needs to conclude. Some producers are annoyed enough as the VWGT hosts are annoyed as well. Production is severely disrupted. I can hear it at RDK Newsline but muffled due to insulation. Our correspondents, editors, producers, and RDK TSR staff do mention of subject and received code XR and VR. VWGT episode terminated, as RDK TVSP led by Derek V. Cryptor request Vero to Simulcast RDK TV and opt out of GDLT Simulcast. Alright Smith DSR, as for you Raymond Blake, you okay with this for Vero exclusion of airing GDLT? Okay, have RDK TV Simulcast aired on Vero TV while GDLT to be aired on Vero Plus, Aero Vision on 3 feeds, and Aero Breeze. Okay, this is I Richard RS Cryptor, TrollX, Richard Raystar expecting Vero to air RDK TV Simulcast. This is I to get a hold of R8664 Vision to Simulcast RDK TV for RDK TSRT Simulcast. Good thing the subject gets cleared since 1357 and 36, as I TrollX learn on the impact to the matches. Yeah. No impact, although it sets off intruder alarm at Elitosphere on the watch party and the social feed. At Rebel Kitty 26, he said, the douche gets kicked out and permabanned from Elitosphere, 0 tolerance, other 2 at EDA and Neo Arena gets warning. This is Bro Aries, correct, the person gets a warning as it's his first, as I talked to Lion Jared Raystar, the fellow at Neo Arena who done same act gets a warning. However I also heard the subject at Elito GR bar but not as loud thus had to crank up the music and mute the TVs at least temporary. Yes, anyhow does it cause impact to VWGT production? I do note the end credits. Yes, the show needs to conclude, the production has been impacted as some of the production crew needs to see a doctor as the hosts gets reassigned for Elito GR Net Game Day live today. Good thing VWGT is not armed to record on my DVR as it's armed to record RDK TSRT as my brother Smith DS Raidzutter, Smith DSR Cryptor, to anchor RDK TSRT at 2 o'clock as I to stream RDK TSRT on my laptop to get the latest news and top stories including developments in relation to Elito NYE 2026. EY 1026. Anyhow, no wonder you used your phone to turn on quad view on this TV, I wonder how you run it, as I may consider tuning quad view on other TVs to Aero, Elito GRNet, KBGRESPX and TD, ESP after 205 as this TV to be tuned to RDK TV. Okay, Aries, anyhow I am ready for drinks. What do you want? Elito Cola Cherry Vanilla and Z Fuel Zero Sugar, any flavor. Okay. Coming right up. Oh boy, 2 o'clock PM, 5 days to new Canberra year, 12 minutes to esports and semis. Game on, get into the game. 4 hours to sim racing. This is I must get the latest news prior to esports match start, as I must pay attention to the headline rundown as that TV gets tuned to RDK TV, out of quad view by Aries. This is my friends to be arriving imminently as we to spectate the match at 2:12.800, while having food to eat, and of course drinks.
This is we know Demon Island not far, as we to check out the fireworks launchers placed for the new Elite Year EY1026 as with the Bardage with fireworks launchers for Elito NYE26.
Yes, but we shouldn't go near the launchers within close proximation as it's danger zone.
Yes, as you stay away from the launchers but go around them from safe distance. What the? Person going above Alpha River, he went above us on your jet ski, track him down.
On it, as he went over Elito Swift yacht, originated from south, Potental landing to La Fura. Awaiting tow. Heard on radio, its crew on board Elito Swift is informed. Contact. Landing confirmed on La Fura middle deck. La Fura at 6 o'clock position of Elito Swift. .25 nm. Motion is stationary. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yipe. Muster alarm on La Fura. Captain, incident at La Fura at 6 o'clock position about quarter nautical mile. Radio Coast Guard immediately. Adjacent to Demon Island south side by quarter nm.
Oh my god. Good thing there's no one else on the yacht. The yacht otherwise has been disabled as it ran out of fuel and needed to be towed.
Hold on, Captain told me via radio, fellow has been kicked out by Usher and permabanned from Elitosphere for increased dataable stunt at 1357 that resulted in alarm. As I heard on radio, he was tracked down and crashed at the yacht. La Fura, banhammer whacks at him as he gets strikeout as with the yacht, as the yacht is totaled as it has since sunk. The La Fura captain is angered on this as it's a 2.5 million LEO loss. This is Steve Keistar notes some car alarm going off at Demon Island, as fellow went on the island via bridge or tunnel via car as we must investigate on the matter but go around the hazard and approach hazard with extreme caution.
Yes, however I see, the yacht in question, La Fura has since completely sunk, submerged underwater. Good thing I brought along the gear as I to check it out but approach with caution. What with the boom, then muster alarm from ship and car alarm. I note being the Elito mobile car alarm going off.
Young Elito Splickskin, I Queen Omega learned this being the yacht in distress awaiting tow as the yacht ran out of fuel. Person kicked out using excessive force in which person who kick him out gets dealt with by the police. As the person kicked out and permanently banned from Elitosphere on incident that caused distraction and intruder alarm at Elitosphere, the force was so great, he was airborne and crashed onto the yacht as the banhammer whacks him as in theory, he gets permanently banned as with the yacht. But in technical forms, he gets punished to death in which inadvertently destroyed the yacht and the shockwave sets off the car alarm of the Elito Wizard's Elito Mobile in which is silenced.
Good thing there's no said markings on my car as the car alarm is silenced. However, I Elito Wizard see two fellows in jet ski approaching in which may be visiting Demon Island as they may have heard of incident as well.
Yes, this is a young Elito Splickskin do expect visitors to arrive to discuss on the incident involving La Fura in which may have sunk.
No wonder VWGT goes into ad break. By the way, what with the fellas in diapers, and what are their names? These are the R3 Trex kids, the squad, as the names being from left to right: Brady, Snowy, Ricky, Hydrox, Casper, being furries in diapers, also Skittles Handsaw, niece of Chubby H. Cryptor, and Scott Daniels being niece of Mickey D. Cryptor, Shaker, Mickey Daniels, and Slacker. Max S.D. Cryptor as Shaker and Slacker are on duty taking over for Mark B. Cryptor for Escort Tronix's crew as Mark B. Cryptor is taking over for Escort of Rikikin's crew.
Hello. Hey there. Hello. I am Hydrox, as I am Mark X Cryptor's owner, as you should meet my and Casper's dad.
This is It's Me, Organi Skumkastan, father of Hydrox and Casper, as these are my colleagues being parents of the diapered furries. The folks need to wear diapers because they suffer some condition as they can't control their urination on their own, as they are autistic and most have PTSD and such. This is they don't like it once the fools bully, harass, dox, threaten, or otherwise cause stupid to them even those to harm, and to do pedo, kinky, fetish acts, etc. even name-calling and attacks. Even physical attacks causing injury and death as fools responsible to be dealt with in harsh response. This is pedo acts to squad in diapers result in immediate ejection and indefinite ban plus police involvement.
Irex Trection note as Trexer told me of subject prior to entry of the sign at the front of RDK TSRHQ as they to be taken care. Mark X Cryptor, why'd you tune that TV nearest to squad in diapers and Trexer from Vero to RDK TV? This because of potential of VWGT cast of esports in first-person shooter video game, in which offends squad in diapers regarding blood and violence involving firearms as RDK TV does not air the subject on the main channel. Good thing the news in brief gets aired this also as deterrent to code MCHE, Minecraft Herobrine Game Chap E Screamer in Triple L, also the code T stunt on Triple Deck in Triple Deck on Dozenal countdown to notable event. In which code MCHE annoys the R3 Trex kids in which might result in severe blowout, as the code T obscene event will offend the squad in which any site of content must be avoided at all costs even when shown on TV or monitors. This as the triple deck in this instance occurs on T-Deck Grove and Deck Dozen Deck seconds in Dozenal countdown, 1570 seconds, 26 minutes 10 seconds to event in this case, for the trailer to debut for the Gaming Convention Expo in the Convention Center in Altronic City, at 14:33. 2:33 p.m. and 50 seconds as in alternate being XXX in which being XXX in reference to things not for kids, 18 plus, NSFW content, on nudity, sex, and such, otherwise as AAA, Triple T or as Ryo S. Cryptor mentions. Triple turn 2s as the one regarding Triple L act on T-L Grove and L dozen L on the Dozenal countdown in seconds, 1727 seconds, 28 minutes 47 seconds to event as the one to the gaming convention trailer, occurred at 13:31, 1:31 p.m. and 13 seconds but this instance was not present. As it would have been the screaming E at excessive loud volume on Triple E, otherwise as Triple B, Triple Turn 3s or Triple Sigmas however at Alito Plaza Center, ends up foul being loud music at Alito GR Bar. Music, which music? Gaming music? Not quite. Rock music from the stereo as I learned from Max X Cryptor, from local radio as Aries, Ichigo Raystar turned down the radio, tuned to EL, ROCK, FM, 95.1 MHz, owned by Synergy Media, Elitotronics Telemedia, 95.1 The Rock. Trexer must note for you, Rex Tradiction, you should note it was used to be Rock 96 owned by Trex Media, first as Cryptor Broadcast Media. From what used to be Trex City, Trexland, in which was operated from Costa Aero, then Cryptor City in Bloxia in prior years. The radio station airs the New Year's Rocking Eve, in conjunction with the TV channel, as for this year, the radio station to do it again, as they to partner with Trex Vision 8 for second year, was as Trex Vision 4, and first year under Elitotronics Telemedia. However Ryo S. Cryptor, why'd you turn off one of the TV and another gets tuned back to Vero? Squad in diapers inadvertently turned off the TV, I had to escort them to other side, I needed to check onto the coverage via VWGT. Thank God the other TV is already tuned to RDK 3000 TriStar television service as they did not press the volume or channel buttons on the front. Good thing Vero is Xylem casting RDK TV for deterrent. Ryo S. Cryptor, hush please as I need to hear what Smith DSR Cryptor to say on Code T event if any. Okay, Trexer. We must stay on the air for RDK TV as we receive code ARD and VRD as we welcome to viewers to Aerovision and Vero Television, also Vero Plus and Aero Breeze. I am Smith DSR Crypter from RDK 3000 TriStar, this being deterrent I have learned, as they cut out of VWGT cast Trony Newsnet, as Trony Newsnet cuts back to host a few seconds after. This is there's a reported code T and VT on 3 deck KBS, occurring off-cam of Trony Newsnet then off-air. This when topless females expose breasts at Trony DG Arena and most televisions tuned to porn regarding live broadcast originated from network in KanborZeven City aired on KB.P and porn channel Porn Vision, except one TV on cam by RDK Tron RDK Newsline correspondent Derek AT Crypter, Derez. Tuned to RDK TV Elite City feed in which gets Vero and Arrow attention as they cut to RDK TV swiftly. This occurring on Deck Dozinals Deck DOS Deck Vinyls and Canber Spinel doesn't count down to trailer release of the Trony Gamer Expo 2026, EY1026, NTS 1001.1, TDE 2003 to be held after Alito GR Expo 2026, EY1026. In TD Alito, AAA, Rio and Dozidopian Triple Turn 2's Canber Modern Triple L Canber Legacy Triple X as that refers to 18 plus NSFW stunt at Magic Second. Topless females are just caught I since learned from Derez, by Tronic Police as they were placed under arrest as the TVs tuned to porn are tuned to previous channel and source. Good thing the cops dealt with the ladies. Karma. Yes, Rio S. Crypter, this as the televisions gets tuned back to esports but for one TV, tuned to RDK TV via TD Vision cable and fiber TV service. By the way, is there any incidents in Elite City even at Neo Arena or EDA? Attempt at EDA during watch party but was thwarted. This is I Mark X Crypter note, stopped by Max X Crypter, as she gets escorted to the female's washroom as he said the lady to get changed. Nyua, good thing it was an attempt that gets stopped at the right moment. Yes, Rio S. Crypter, this as there was none reported at Neo Arena and Alito Sphere and others. Yes, this is I Trexer note, FYI, VWGT episode gets to conclude, the hosts get reassigned to cover the match while the RDK TV Xylem cast to continue on Vero and Arrow. Speaking of Vero and Arrow, why it used a different theme, and the new logo? The new logo gets launched in prior weeks as the Unikitty theme gets in on mode earlier in the month based on the TV network in KanborZeven. What is the network? Unikitty 128, under by Independent Broadcasting Network, IBN KanborZeven, affiliated by Loop A TV. The network gets launched on 17th November 2020 or 17th Brian AKP 20, being 17th Markoyan KB.P 20. Unikitty 128 is the television channel under by the Independent Broadcasting Network in Sylviel, which is the Unikitty production television for new replacement of Love and by Love and Corp. As closing the broadcast, on 15th of said month, was part of Net TV Norderschean, predecessor of Net 27, as RDK TV had a version under Net TV in which became RDK TV International Norsetian becoming the regional feed from RDK 3000 TriStar Norsetian unit. By the way, I am Kin 2000, Robert X Crypter as I arrived to ELS in the past moments, with the Rikikan's crew as Evie is with cousin Rikikan. Tronix's crew to arrive after midnight KBTS toward 800 Kiotrokins, 1400 hours to 1412 ELS. Federal District, Elitopia. We are bringing it on RDK TV, Trex Vision 8, Breeze Vision 3, Arrow and Vero as deterrent against Potental for Code MCHE, 3L, and Code T, 3 deck events. It's the triple L on the KanborZeven Duodecimal/Dozenal countdown, to esports of Elite City Rebellion and VITAO Elitus.pro, Elito Vitality Protus and alternate, Code MCHE, 3L event turned out music. To repeat, turned out music, and not the Minecraft Herobrine game chap e-screamer. The music is to be determined. If this were the subject, then as per RDK TSR stance as Team Elite back then, against Game Chap, RDK TV would have terminate the Salimcast and air RDK 3000 TriStar today right away, over the forum blitz regarding event in 2014, EY1014, TX.Y14, RY.E54. KB.P 9 when the respected forum member complained on breasts in games including Minecraft, ends up getting booted from the forums, resulting in most users including all Chaps United members making exodus from the forums, ends up the ban wave, as some ends up infinite bans. Including some Chaps United members in which gets attention to Team Elite Enterprises Productions now as RDK 3000 TriStar to sanction Game Chap in response. The music in question is originated from most of Elito Plaza Center including the EDA but playing at elevated volume but not too loud, being countdown music but this is not the NYE countdown for New Year of 2026, EY1026. As this is the GR-themed countdown to the esports match reminding of 2-Choi signal to match start that is authorized to play as the music gets playing 1 second prior to the triple deck at T-1 DOS 0s at 00 and not T-Bs at BB, at 1331 RDK ELC in 12 seconds not 13 at T-20,000 Trokins exactly, 28 minutes 48.0 seconds, when the music started. This otherwise in Ryo and Dozadopian, triple turn 3, alternate triple sigma, Kanbor modern triple L, Kanbor legacy, triple E being the E-screamer in question. This while the triple deck being triple A and TD Elito, Ryo, and Dozadopian as triple turn 2, alternate as triple T, Kanbor modern as triple Z on the KanborZeven Duodecimal/Dozenal countdown to esports. As in Kanbor legacy being triple X as that refers to XXX in reference to subjects 18+, and SFW content, in relation to sex, pornography, nudity and such, this as acts include at the magic second. When topless female exposed breasts in front of TV camera would set off auto censor, then maybe go to male, strip off the male's clothes. Then female and male go fully nude and engage in sex most likely toward next triple deck in timekeeping of Kanbor Spinel, TGM or Primal Clock or Countdown. This is we are at triple deck to esports. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh god, Code T flag has been fired. Code T flag has been fired. Code T flag has been fired. Topless female has exposed breasts in front of TV camera for VWGT, as that occurred off-air thanks to deterrent. Subject occurred at 14:33 RDK ELC in 50 seconds. Code TE flag has been fired, substitute host said obscene remark, as Andrew James gets reassigned to cover for Trex 8 News, as substitute host looked at female breasts, and said obscene remark, being the moan then the word, yobis. Then the 4-letter offensive plural word that start with letter T and have a vowel being letter I, referring to vulgar term of female breasts otherwise refers to type of bird species for example the Elito Trint bird as shown on the monitor beside me. This is I Smith DSR Cryptor learn, substitute host even massaged then licked her breasts. We learn the substitute hosts gets suspended, we must urgently pass you a programming alert. Today's episode of VWGT needs to conclude. To repeat, today's episode of VWGT needs to conclude over the events, as the substitute host is unfit to cover for VWGT. This as it angered the producers as they declare the show to conclude. The main hosts, Robert James, Melissa Katzenzion, and Mark J. Phelps, gets reassigned to cover for Elito GR Nets Game Day live today on the esports match gamer battle of VATP and ECR, due to record and stats of said teams, to be heated and contested. VWG2N to be preempted as that result in Phase B schedule to be effect for RDK TV as Trex Vision 8 and Breeze Vision 3 invokes amended programming in Type Sigma and RDK 3000 TriStar today to be 2-hour newscast and Trex 8 News Xylem cast on RDK TV at 1600 hours RDK ELC. The hosts to return for tomorrow's show. Update to the Code T and TE event, the duos went outside via emergency exit. Coming up next on Arrow Breeze, Vero Plus, Arrow Vision and Vero Television is Elito GR Net Game Day live today, for those on Trex Vision 8 and Breeze Vision 3. Silumcast of Alito News 24 Dec Mil until 1400 hours RDK ELC then KanborZeven Renews Midnight from KanborNet Domestic feed is for RDK 3000 TriStar television service. We hand off until filler programming until RDK 3000 TriStar Today Blitz. I am Smith DSR Cryptor signing off as this has been VWGT. Goodbye. This is Operation Bumblebee. Change up for you gets finished in past few minutes as we are in this area as I turn on the TV tuned to Vero. However would have tuned to RDK TV as I shaker need to note what's on next hour of VWGT. This is you must note in the next 7 minutes. To be the new Kiplian year as before Operation Bumblebee, Rex X Cryptor, of RDK 3000 TriStar KanborD Unit Division and Ruba K Cryptor and Chris K Cryptor plus Mark E Cryptor explained on the Kiplian Kingdom and the calendar and timekeeping used. Even start video call with KanborD and Kb.P on from KanborD City at KanborZeven as he said and discussed the information to you on the region in question as I cast to this TV beside me.
Yes, this as he even told us in video conference as I Casper wonder on the scene behind him subject in Kanborlish native as I asked him what is it as he told me subject involving the new Kanbor year of year 21 at midnight over there being 2 o'clock this afternoon and less than half crown, over an hour.
This also for 2026 in Corgitopia including Silver City as Sarah J.D. Cryptor of RDK, CJP told me, Snowy, of subject during visit to Elite City, fireworks in Silver City to be epic, also for Canalito. I Brady note the TV, news banner, too bad, the race in Alphatronic City gets called off due to snow after heavy rain, wind, and thunderstorm but not strong as lightning is dangerous, even snow and circuit racing does not mix as it results disastrous. However, no wonder, they're on race course, delaying the race in Elite City by half hour to begin 1:30 even though to be a great day and a decent night.
Yes Brady, this is I heard from Cooper, David Daniels, he said, the wildlife rangers are already notified as they to be on site in a few if not already. This is Max SD Cryptor, Slacker, armed it on the DVR at my and his residence prior to delay as I just amended the DVR recording schedule remotely just now. I heard on the NYE race, outdoor watch party at downtown at 800. Oh my god. Game on. Remember me, Shaker? I know you're a fan of Elite City Shock now as Elite City Rebellion. Yes, as I root for the esports team you used to compete since before the Altronic Metric Millennium back in early 2736 ATRE or toward mid-TDE 1998, or EY 1021, 2021, but why do you retire and why you work at RDK 3000 Tri? This because I had to move on and work for parent company of the esports team before transfer to RDK 3000 TriStar. I do note. And what is this fellows? These are the R3 Trex kids, squad in diapers. Noted, furries in diapers, anyhow why they wear it. I Mark Zokax must wonder. They to wear it as they suffer some depression, autism, PTSD and bladder issues, also condition where they sometimes act childish, as they have difficulty controlling their urination. They don't like when they or their friends get bullied, harassed, assaulted, name-called, also engage in pedo, kinkish, fetish acts, etc. Also doxing including leaking the address of establishment of RDK 3000 TriStar main HQ in which normally gets scrutiny by the management in which would issue redaction notice for restricting for certain uses. For outsiders but in special instance would issue report to the authorities for doxing to harm the R3 Trex kids and heightened security protocols. Any insult leading to injury or death leads to immediate and permanent ban from all RDK TSR establishments and other venues plus police involvement, otherwise 14 to 90 day temp ban, up to 180 days, 6 months. If the diapered furry hater physically kicks the squad in diapers out the front door and lands unharmed, but if it went through closed doors causing damage it's a 1-year ban plus lefty fee for doors replaced. Whoa, would be thousands of sickles. By the way, what are their names? From left to right, Brady, Snowy, Ricky, Hydrox, Casper, Skittles and my niece Scott Daniels.
Yes Mickey, by the way, the male besides Shaker, who are you?
I am Mark Zokax, Danzix, residing from Altronic City, Tronica, on the other side of the pond, visiting Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia for the yesterday's sim racing and the esports match a few days prior as I met with CloudX and Eric Altronitrap. He's at Elito Plaza Center in social event. I am also here for the New Year's event as well. Danzix, do not move, code T on the feed from Rio City in Metro Camp, shown on TV at Elito Plaza Center Elito NYE Central, on the multi-view shot of RDK TV, Silumcast on Vero and Arrow during VWGT intermission, center right above shot of Kiplian Street adjacent to larger view on top left of Kiplian countdown feed. Your head and hair is obstructing the subject on TV. I don't want the squad in diapers to be offended. In fact, auto sensor gets toggled on EPC side. Okay to move. What is code T and what is the subject concerning this in question, Shaker? Topless surprise on the feed of live Metro Skycam of Rio City up north. Topless female exposed breasts, then some porn and sex, nudity on the feed, managed by one source from Savage City, while another firm in Rio City put up deterrent a second prior to block out the obscene content.
This is I Scott note. How'd she went onto the rooftop? She must have went to the stairs or the elevator to the rooftop of the high-rise building, as she went on cam. Why not show her face instead and wave to the camera, when clothed, maybe with male who also clothed with New Year party hats and smile, rather than do offensive act. Yes, this is I Skittles note, good thing for Mark Zockhax obstructing the subject. Skittles. Yes, Casper? I Casper note the time, toward 1 o'clock. How? The grandfather clock being analog clock, as the rest are digital as I learned to read analog.
Yes, as I Hydrox know to read digital since Shaker has placed the digital clock set to 12 hour on the table, with blue cloth as the clock above shows a 24-hour clock in main. This is you better note the seconds indicator on the digital clock on the table and the seconds hand on the grandfather clock in center above the main dial as it's 12:59 p.m., 1 minute to 1 in the afternoon as we are toward final minute to new Kipline year.
Yes, this being 12 o'clock midnight in areas 6 hours ahead of Universal Time, GMT, most notably Kipline Kingdom in another world far far away in space, to usher in year 401 in the regional calendar. This as I Ricky note on the subject. Yes, as I Snowy note, toward the next hour and minute, I would suspect fellow named Pin 2K to go wild over subject at 2 o'clock. Yes, as I Bradley note, when fireworks fly in KanborZeven City at midnight.
Yes, Bradley, to be Canberra year Kb.P 21 corresponding to 2026, EY 1026, and start of Starion month corresponding to January or Alpha as it's toward 2300 hours KBTS, 11 o'clock p.m. at night. This is I Mickey Decryptor heard the clock chimes, as it's the new Kipline year as we are in the soundproofing area to deter fireworks and celebration sounds by the revelers as it's 12 midnight on 1st of month of Garna, year 401 on the regional calendar meaning it's 1300 hours, 1 o'clock p.m. 1 in the afternoon on Wednesday December 31st, 2025 also Choi 75, Cron 0, hour 18 Deci Newt 0 on Viadas Mu 30th, EY 1025. ED 364, meaning 6 hours to the new elite year EY 1026. This as Garna is inspired to the birthstone month of Garnet for January or Alpha.
Shaker, what about the flower?
There are two, Carnation and Snowdrop. Oh my god. I Mark GR Zockhax, Danzig's note on the TV, Altronic City where I reside, joined in with the fireworks at 750 Kiotrokans, 1800 Z for the new Kipline year. This is in the next 250 Kiotrokans, 6 hours at 0000 Z, they to do the ultimate for TDE 2003 in conjunction with EY 1026, and civil year 2026. Correct, this is I Shaker, Mickey Decryptor, Mickey Daniels note. This is Elite City also to sound off fireworks throughout the city including the Heritage District, also at Alito Castle and Alpha River even downtown in Alito Square for the new elite year of EY 1026 alongside TDE 2003 at 1900 hours. For the squad, straight at 7 o'clock this evening at top of Crown Zero.
Yes, Mickey, this is the squad to do activities to pass some time, including story time as I got the book for the squad to read, as it to be read by my sister Amy T or Cryptor as it's close to it as it to begin after 1:05 p.m., 1:05, in the next couple moments.
Yes, Alex as I Amy must tell you squad, our 3 Trex kids, we to head to the 2nd floor at lounge for story time since the one at ground floor to be used for the other event related to New Year's within this hour for subject at 2 o'clock for new Canberra year. As Shaker will escort you to this area once again for the countdown to new Canberra year. After story time by 1:40, 20 to 2.
Yes, as it's time, let's go.
Okay, see ya by 13:40, 1:40 p.m. Shaker, why is VWGT intermission extended? It would have resumed after 751 Kiotrokans toward 752. The hosts over-celebrated Kiplian NYE at Alito NYE Central, at Alito Plaza Center off-air. They have calmed down as they are getting ready to go back on air. Noted the TV, before 754, after 753 as I note the feature around 780-ish, on the Kanbor Countdown, gamer version to be featured on VWGT. This is I to head to Alito Plaza Center soon toward EDA, but first shop at the boutiques. I have planned to photobomb on live TV since VWGT gets aired on Trony Explosivision owned by Neoionic Trony Media, and which also owns said radio station devoted to electronic and Eurobeat, as they to air the new Tronic Diamond Year Countdown Music Fest for TDE 2003, also for EY 1026 at 900. Since I am from Elite City, I to listen to the stream on my phone or Pocket Mate, otherwise in Altronic City, at 99.36 MHz or 1150 my Africas on FM band, Tron 1150. This being 1636 Elite City time, I shaker note as in the past visit when covering esports in third place in Altronic City, for some reason, as I noted social media, on the radio station, as I shaker tuned it, on my pocket radio also my car, 2025 Flex Conix PHEV, it's close. As tuner tunes at .05 MHz intervals, ends up 99.35 MHz on the FM dial as the numbers read 99.35. I get decent reception. By the way, I to head to see Slacker at the lobby, see ya around. I must also note once I mention the said radio station, Tron 1150, visitors of Altronic City in Dozen City, Dozadopia visiting Tronica when I talk on said radio station, they told me on the frequencies in the dozenal measurement system, it being 5 Mo 9 Grove 3 Do Dexit 7 8 Trinfrike in TGM. L Grove 6 Do 7 Zit 9 3 4 Triquifree Cuntles in Prime counterpart, as I said to them, B 6 8 as they meant B being L referring to the frequency in Prime being 1663.794 in decimal, and 9982.639 for TGM, being 2875 Kia frequentials exactly and 17.250 Mia freaks. Shark. Yes, Daniel? Why is Mark E. Cryptor and Chris K. Cryptor taking over for you? I to be on assignment to cover for Alito NYE Central sequence, then to cover event regarding the NYE race in the watch party afterward at the zone. Chris K. Cryptor to head off at 13:36 to report on feature during RDK TSRT. Mark E. Cryptor to anchor RDK TSRT solo. Okay, Smith DSR. Game on. I am Dan6, Mark Zakax. Darren Raid Zutter, Darren 48. Hey there. Happy New Year's Eve. I seem to remember you. Yes, during online chat and sim racing friendly past Christmas. This is I wonder on your visit to Elite City. New Year event in addition to the esports events in past 2 days. By the way, I see the roster from Elite City Rebellion who won the Xenergy Olympics Grand Finals going out of Alito NYE Central. With some fellows, as he said, subject something related to the esports gamer battle, as I hadn't catch fully on what they say, as I was also listening to the chatter on the new Canberra year countdown party outside in Rebel Kitty. This as I talked to fellow Mark Crexton during VWGT ad break. He said, the VWGT hosts to embrace subject for over celebrating the new Kiplian NYE event just over 20 minutes ago, but I talked to him on other subject, in relation to Rebel Kitty, as he said, he to be arriving at Alito Plaza Center. Yes, this as I Daniel gets attention as I had to rush to this TV and tune to Vero since RDK TV to go into RDK countdown watch soon. Verwatuki, what is Julian Risoki Ard doing?
He have heard what the fellows with Elite City Rebellion in which head to the EDA. They say however won't announce to public yet, so don't tell anyone yet. Mentioning esports with GRX this afternoon. This is Julian is checking social media on his phone and tablet, also tuned the TV to Vero.
Correct. This as I am checking on Sinwixter app in Farkbook. This as I am refreshing every 15 or so seconds. This is nothing on Farkbook and Vistatran. This while I Julian to message Darren 48. What the? Hold up. Sign Wixter at ZGR, ESP, XP, mentioning subject up to, further details at 1:30, background color lines indicate clue of a sports team ECR and most likely GRX, could be other opponent hence the image of the sports team logos blurred in trailer image.
This may be pre-alarm to announcement.
Yes, this is the subject may be reported on TV.
Yes, correct. This as a Julian note, starting to report on it on VWGT just now. Wautuki and Krinkins, quiet please.
Learn from SNS as I check my phone and PocketMate. Some gaming New Year's event to begin at the top of the hour at the new Canbor year, as the post on Canbor TwittyX and Sinowixter, under at ZFuel ESP XP ZFuel Esports Experience, stating quote, get into the GR mood into New Year's KB Blitz at midnight KBTS, 2 p.m. Elite City time, more at half past. And the image of Canbor clock showing midnight with 2 esports teams logos blurred with gradient blur. This as the tweet was made at 1:23 p.m. This rang alarm to the VWGT newsroom as its state development to await more details at 1:30 p.m. Elite City time within T-minus 30 minutes to event and new Canbor year of KB.P 21. The fellows at VWGT are on alert of the developments also at Alito GRNet plus me, and the fellows at Jinx News, also Alito News 24 Deckmill, Kronos and affiliate RDK 3000 TriStar, as the VWGT hosts are currently unavailable at this time. We would have hand off to Jinx 24 Silumcast, but it's under ad break as I to be on air for Jinx 24. But for Jinx TV viewers, we have to say goodbye as we hand off to Jinx 24 due to nature of this and the announcement, plus the new Canbor year as VWGT Silumcast to end on Jinx TV and VWG2N preempted tonight on Jinx TV.
I am Mark Z Cryptor, Mark Zaniels, Raptor from RDK 3000 TriStar. For the rest, VWGT to be in intermission since the VWGT hosts are unavailable at this moment, as we to hand off to RDK TV Silumcast with Marky and Zaker for RDK TSRT Flash Report as Shark is on assignment.
This is an RDK 3000 TriStar Today Flash Report. I am Chris K. Cryptor over at Studio RDE, at RDK 3000 TriStar main global headquarters in Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia. This just in to RDK Newsline. We have since learned from social media, some gaming New Year's event to begin at the top of the hour, at the new Kanbor year, as the post on Kanbor TwittyX and Sin Wixter, under at ZFuel ESPXP, ZFuel Esports Experience, mentioning some gaming event to occur at the new Kanbor year. First, starry on Kb.P 21, at 000 KBTS, 1400 hours RDK ELC, 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX, Wednesday, December 31st, 2025, and Beades Mu 30th, EY 1025, ED 365, with mention of additional details at the bottom of the hour at 1330 RDK ELC in the next 5 or so minutes, as we at RDK Newsline are on alert. This is on the image, showing Kanbor clock, showing midnight, with 2 esports teams' logos blurred with gradient blur, as the post was made at 1323 RDK ELC. Before we continue, we must give a warm welcome to the viewers of Vero and Arrow. I am Chris K. Cryptor Zocker Chris Kai-Star, from Studio RDE, as I am joined with Mark E. Cryptor, Markalito Star.
I am Mark E. Cryptor joining in. We at RDK Newsline have since learned from social media, some gaming New Year's event to begin at the top of the hour, at the new Kanbor year, as the post on Kanbor TwittyX and Sin Wixter, under at ZFuel ESPXP. ZFuel Esports Experience mentioning some gaming event to occur at the new Kanbor year. First, starry on Kb.P 21 at 000 KBTS, 1400 hours RDK ELC, 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX. Wednesday, December 31st, 2025, and Beades Mu 30th, EY 1025, ED 365, with mention of additional details at the bottom of the hour, at 1330 RDK ELC in the next couple minutes, as we at RDK Newsline are on alert. This is on the image, showing Kanbor clock showing midnight with 2 esports teams' logos blurred with gradient blur, as the post was made at 1323 RDK ELC. It could be possibly that it to be an esports match, or subject in relation to the LAN party, or subject in relation to Elito NYE itself.
Determining by the colors on image would yield one of the team, as KanborD City Rebellion is ruled out as they remain in KanborD City, as it would be Elite City Rebellion, who won the Zynergy Olympics 2025 EY 1025 Grand Finals a few days ago, defeating VATP 4-3.
The other team would be either X Gaming or the esports team merged from DGGR Force and DG Ediva, becoming GRX.
This as its pre-alarm, as they say, announcement at half past. However, we won't be spectating the match, nor spectate the other event regarding the race at Zen Speedway to begin this hour, over at the zone, as I suspect it to be busy.
Yes, Julian, this is Alito GR bar may be packed and busy, Crinkles.
Yes, Verwatuki?
We would have head to Alito NYE Central, but unsure if it to be packed and crowded.
Just to play it safe, we to head to the boutiques to kill some time, then head to the balcony.
Yes, this is I assume it to be at Fire Code Limit, thanks to Rebel Kitty making appearance. We to head to the boutiques, but in a few, as I must note, announcement inbound as I check into Vero and RDK TV Silimcast of RDK 3000 TriStar Today Flash Report, and on my phone then we shop. They mention on it, sports match is confirmed, and New Year's race update, begin at 2 p.m. Concerning the sports, Elite City Rebellion and GRX in Best of 7 Encounter Blitz Striker 2, at the EDIA, in extended mode, up to 19 round wins per map, it to begin at 2 p.m. at top of the hour. One thing surprising, in the video posted by the same handle, mentioning the video trailer of the event with the maps and the New Year's update, patch number 2025.12.364.999. This being the new maps that gets introduced in the trailer. Also for the players of said video game, as I note someone in LAN party at noon, I note Scottly Tostar in the heated match with the gaming live streamers with their friends in the new map in which I am U2 spectated.
Correct, this is Iwawatuki note. This being the significant update to the video game in the latest patch release.
Yes, this is iCrinkle's note, was reviewed in VWGT this morning. Yes, they are darn right. The match to begin at 1400 hours or 791 kiloseconds. This is the LAN party must conclude over esports. This is we must get tickets and head to EDA to spectate the match. How much is tickets? 20 Elitopian Elios or 80 sickles each, but for 2 of us, during the offer with voucher to be 25 Elios or 100 sickles. Do you have the voucher? Daniel Raidzutter? Yes, Mark Zarkax. Hold up, TV. We can't enter yet to Minecraft Herobrine game chap e-screamer, at Eldozinals, Eldos El Vinyls on the, it result in music, it result in music. No e-screamer, it's music. Music, Dantix. Darren 48, yes as I note Julian saying, sudden music at esports arena. This is I note the TV, they are right. I Mark Zarkax note. This being countdown musictronic style to new Canberra yeartronic style with target at 800 kiloseconds, on pair with event in Altronic City where I reside being 1512 here. I Daniel R Note TV, New Year's race now scheduled at 13:45, 781. I am Raymond Blake from Elito GRNet. We had to cut away from RDK TV Silumcast as they include the news update on the New Year's race, as we must minimize on said reporting on VWGT as we prioritize on subjects esports and gaming, as we learn, since 1:30 p.m. Elite City. There's going to be an esports match to occur at the top of the hour at 2 o'clock p.m. Elite City. 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX Wednesday, December 31st, 2025 and by ADAS Mu 30th, EY 1025, ED 365, this to be Z Fuel, ZGR, Esports Gamer Battle New Year's Siege 2025, EY 1025 to 2026, EY 1026. Esports teams participating, Elite City Rebellion who to take against, GR, being teams merged from DGE Diva and DGGR Forces. GR, X has challenged Elite City Rebellion for the said esports match in best of 7, Counter Blitz Striker 2. Before we continue, we must note there has been topless surprise at the EDA at Triple Deck on Dozenal Countdown to Esports GRX and ECR. Thankfully, this occurred off camera, when topless female exposed breasts on cam for one of the affiliates. Hold on, mute the mic. We don't want to hear the obscene remark the fellow said, as I learn, concerning the affiliate from the streaming channel, as some male maybe host or correspondent from the said streaming channel said the obscene remark, then massaging, and licking her breasts as this occurred off cam. Correction, not streaming channel but TV channel from Meritus City. This is Zaylin Rolixina I have learned, made surprise stop to deal with 2 fellows, as she gets transported from KanborD City to Elite City. At least this does not get attention to the security at EDA.
You are being sent to KanborD City for punishment.
She has said, duos to face karma in KanborD City.
Thank you, Raymond Blake. This does not concern Vero and Darrow and VWGT, as VWGT is safe as it occurred off cam.
Okay, this is the subject occurred off camera starting at 1:33 p.m. Elite City in 50 seconds and on cam on TV network from Meritus City that set off auto sensor as the subject gets moved off cam as auto sensor is no longer shown as camera orients to her on Marstar 9.
There was a triple deck problem in which was shown on this network, this one the female in which went semi-naked and exposed breasts in front of the television broadcast cameras on T-Z deck, Dozinals, ZZ, deck Do deck vinyls, on the Canbordian Spinely and duodecimal countdown, misrepresented as T-X Dozinals, XX vinyls. Most of you refer as AAA or triple upside down number 2 or triple T. To the new Kanbor year of KB.P 21 being civil year 2026. To occur at the top of the hour and Kalashi, at
this being the esports match start of Elite City Rebellion and GRX, best of 7, Counter Blitz Striker 2 at 2 o'clock p.m. Elite City.
From Meritus City in New Omega Province in Rock Region Zone. The female has been dealt with for abuse to the Canbordian Spinely and duodecimal timekeeping. Then correspondent said obscene remark, then massaged and licked the breasts on cam but was blocked by auto censor. as it occurred during the show on a special program for the new Kanbor year coverage. As per punishment, the production of the show needs to halt as the production of the show to be banned and related show, and the Canal, Marstar 9, to have broadcast suspended 1 Mesa toward Picacota 26th Star Eon, KB.P 21 after 1200 kbts.
This being 2 o'clock, I am Elite City on Monday, January 27th, 2026, 29.1 EMT and 0700 TRX on Quad Diz Alpha 26th, EY1026, ED025. This is I and she said, no impact to BWGT and BWG2N as it is safe. For those just tuning in, there is to be an esports match to occur at the new Kanbor year KB.P 21, Elite City Rebellion vs GRX, in the Z Fuel, ZGR Esports Gamer Battle New Year's Siege 2025, EY1025 to 2026, EY1026 competing in Battle of Best of 7, in extended mode. Of 1st to 19 map wins, Encounter Blitz Striker 2, to occur at 2 o'clock p.m., 1400 hours, Elite City, 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX, Wednesday, December 31st, 2025 and Viatas Mu 30th, EY1025, ED364, 791 Kiatrokants, 5s Day Beta EMU 30th, TDE 2002, 2002/364 TDRT, 1,001,095 MTS. TDCX, Midnight KBTS and top of Kalaki 0 Lincolnota 1st Starion KB.P 21 and 24th, 2 dozenth day of 12th or dozenth month of KB.SDY Grove 2 DAS Deck, 12A, or 178, Hex Week 4 DAS, or 48 on Azafriadaya, or 6 day.
I am Chris Blake, Sharpie, taking over as my colleague Ray Blake say, the esports match to begin at 2 o'clock at top of the hour at New Kanbor year being Elite City Rebellion, in which I used to compete before I depart and retire from esports, after the grand finals a few days back, and the opponent, GRX. Mind the fellows behind me as we pan the camera out of their view, as there's not only the event to be taking place this afternoon, other than the New Year's race at Zen Speedway, this is concerning the event in general, the new Kanbor year Kanbor countdown to the new Kanbor year KB.P 21. This is we go to this TV as we to showcase the VWGT cast of Elito News 24 Deck Mill Kanbor Elito Express NYE special on the subject on the watch party of the countdown at Elito Costa. You don't want to see this on television. Thank God the Vero and Aero producers cut back to me, as there has been indecency exposure when fellow exposed breasts on TV camera in which set off auto sensor on Elito News 24 Deck Mill on triple deck. Thank God on the Rio Dozenal Countdown Type H. Not to Kanbor year but 15-minute countdown sequence kickoff at Elito NYE Central, but incident occurred at Elito Costa at Deck Dunadims. Deck DAS Deck Tims on TGM countdown being 10 and 130 being T-AZAA. Alternate being T-X.XX as this being XXX18 plus NSFWX, just like the incident at 1:33 p.m. Elite City in 50 seconds regarding subject on Kanbor Spinel Dozenal countdown or dozenal seconds to new Kanbor year occurring off-cam from left of Raymond Blake. This being T-4 minutes 32.5 seconds to the kickoff as the incident occurred at 1:40 p.m. and after 27.4 seconds into said minute. She was caught by the waiter named Kevin Elitoero Costa, within a few seconds as she to be escorted out as his colleague to get a hold of Elite City Police as it's unlawful regarding indency exposure. This is I Learn, in which Elito News 24 Dec Mil ends the show Canberra Elito Express NYE Special and airs Elito Money Silemcast being financial and business channel airing Money Blitz.
This is a Vero television programming notice. VWGT episode termination notice.
I am Richard Rick Strinchen over at Elito DAC and welcome back to Money Blitz on Elito Money. We want to give a warm welcome to Elito News 24 Dec Mil viewers as sadly, Canberra Elito Express New Year's special needs to conclude as per policy due to auto-censor that occurred at 1:40 p.m. Elite City in 27.5 seconds on T-Dec Tims on TGM Dozenal countdown to the NYE race at Zen Speedway. This is since 1:40 and 35. So-called porn stocks on the TR DAX surges as the ones on the ECSX and Elito DAC undergoes emergency trading freeze at time of Elito News 24 Dec Mil auto-censor for remainder of the session is trading on porn stocks are banned for remainder of the trading session on the ECSX and Elito DAC. This is the incident involves nudity when topless female exposed breasts that result in auto-censor. Waiter at Elito Costa handled the situation in quick and swift manner as she gets escorted out.
This while the New Year's race kicks off at Zen Speedway is expected, as the coverage of the race to be within RDK TSR network on RDK 3000 TriStar Radio Service 3. It's a timed race as it to end just 15 minutes toward new elite year UY 1026 at 1845 RDK ELC as it's a 5-hour race of 10 half-hour shifts. We have been informed of Code AGR and VGR, Vero Television, and Aerovision, and the streaming channels Aero Breeze and Vero plus Silemcasting Elito GR Net Game Day live today on the SET Esports Smash Gamer Battle of Elite City Rebellion and GRX, in the Z Fuels EGR. Esports GR Battle 2025 to 2026, EY 1025 to EY 1026. We at RDK 3000 TriStar and RDK KB.SDY are in active contact with Vero, Aero, Synergy Media and Elitotronics Telemedia. We now learn, Kb.P, RD, Vero Television Xylem Casting RDK TV and sudden switch from Elito GR Net Game Day Live Today while Aerovision, and the streaming channels Aero Breeze and Vero plus Xylem Casting Elito GR Net Game Day Live Today on the SET Esports Match Gamer Battle of Elite City Rebellion and GRX, in the Z Fuel ZGR, Esports GR Battle 2025 to 2026. EY1025 to EY1026 as Vero TV opted out of the Xylem cast. As we welcome to the viewers of Vero Television. I am Mark E. Cryptor, Mark Elita Star from RDK 3000 TriStar over at Studio RDE at the main HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia. We are in active talk with Vero and Aero, Synergy Media, and Elitotronics Telemedia as they responded as we must pass on a programming alert. Today's episode of VWGT needs to conclude. To repeat, VWGT episode to conclude. This is the show needs to halt as the subject mentions but not the real reason. VWGT hosts getting plunged in punishment by Rebel Kitty and Cyber Galaxy crew for over celebration of new Kaplaya year at 1300 hours RDK ELC and 0 of a.KLN2 Grove 9-5 or 401. As they get plunged underwater at pool at Trex Water Park toward 1600 hours RDK ELC. But the reason being the esports match GR Battle of ECR and GRX being popular as it's trending as it's red hot right now. Supers sing the trendiness of the New Year's race and the new Canberra year and EFL New Year's Blitz. Due to record and stats of Elite City Rebellion and teams who merged to GRX, DGE Diva, and DGGR Force X, to be heated and contested, VWG2N to be preempted for tonight. To repeat, VWGT episode concluded over esports coverage as told by Elito GR Net GDLT toward GDL2N, airing on Aero Breeze, Vero Plus and Aero Vision but not on Vero TV as per discretion of Vero as an opt-out to Xylem Cast RDK TV over importance of the events in relation to New Year's Eve. VWGT and VWG2N to be preempted on New Year's Day for special year-end review programming from Elito GR Net. The hosts to be back on January 2nd, 2026 in Alpha 2nd, EY1026 as VWGT Extra and VWG2N Extra to return from hiatus on the 2nd as well. We to be taking a programming break. I am Mark E. Cryptor as RDK Countdown watch for new Canberra year countdown continues with RDK 3000 TriStar Today Blitz New Year's Eve special up next.
Good thing she's not home as it's time to.
No wonder he reside in apartment in first floor?
Yes, Justin, as I Gavin note. This as, whoa, I wonder what is this car just pulling up.
This must be the same fellow and car as the car was repainted back, as this was the fellow as Rebel Kitty for New Year's Eve.
This car must be tuned as with my Nissan GT-R in Justin's Evo. This is I must, egad. This car is a PHEV, plug-in hybrid, although it have decent turbocharged inline 4 and I guess powerful electric motors to go quick, even when engine is off?
Yes. I am Trixie, Jeremy Rinczillion. You may have noted the car at Alito Square during final minutes to the new Elite Year UI 1026. In Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia, in which you noted the car as once you tried to open the car door, car alarm went off in which I had to silence it via key fob as it's locked at that time.
What is the car?
2026 TRD Rebel X, as it also comes in other electrified trims and non-electrified trims, even with manual as option.
I do note the fuel gauge, bi-fuel gasoline and compressed natural gas, and two-tier dash, charge level on the other side of digital speedometer. Anyhow, where did Justin go?
He's looking at Nolan's girlfriend's apartment. Nolan's home but the lady is at work. This as Nolan messaged me moments ago. As I check my phone, Nolan said he was going through a rough time as he was trying to kill himself in the apartment. This as I must check on him as well.
Oh my god. Nolan.
What happened to him? I must get a better look. Whoa. Oh my god. He is laying on the floor. He may have used glass bottles to cause harm/injury. As I do note, he took dangerous medicine.
You go call 888 emergency as I call cousin Tokyo. Request for ambulance.
Excuse me, I Marcus must see Gavin and Justin. It's an emergency.
Oh dear, what is it?
Something in relation to Nolan. Just heard from Justin, Nolan collapsed, laying on floor.
Unsure if this gets attention to him or her. Noted, Mark E. Cryptor, Mark Elitastar, Marky. He is out of the said car. Mark E. Cryptor. Yes, Jeremy R. Have you heard what the fellows said at the apartment window? Yes, this is I Mark E. Cryptor need to determine what happened, otherwise I would have meet SE Star's place at the apartment of his friend, as he just moved in from other side of Savage City.
No wonder fellow from RDK 3000 TriStar heard what we say. Mark E. Cryptor, Mark Elitastar, why you here?
First, who are you?
I am Justin Wesley as this is Gavin and Marcus. Is it concerning Nolan?
Yes, as I do note, the rear apartment door is unlocked as I Mark E. Cryptor wonder what's going on. This as I note, Justin, or Marcus or Gavin, did you contacted emergency services, 888 for ambulance?
Yes.
Noted. As I see Nolan laying down, as I do note opened bottles of medicine. What? Antifreeze? And broken bottled glass? Nolan, I am Mark E. Cryptor from RDK 3000 TriStar. You okay?
No. Don't bother, as I need to end my life, as I am so depressed, as I was going through rough times.
Oh god, you should have rather get professional help. Gavin, Marcus, Justin, just talked to Nolan. He said he had some rough times as he to end his life. How long until the ambulance arrive?
Arriving now. Clear the area as the paramedics to deal with Nolan, as you went outside.
Okay, Marcus. Scott Elitastar, why you here?
Mark E. Cryptor, what is going on adjacent to my gaming friend's apartment unit?
Fellow needed code Green X, medical emergency, as fellow may have drank some substance that is poison, to be antifreeze also dangerous medicine, possibly to overdose. He was laying on the ground, as he call asped after some time, as he said, he to end his life as he would have seek professional help.